Reports came out over the weekend that the New York Jets are done with Aaron Rodgers. They are going to move on, most likely cut him, and he'll be a free agent. And the Giants, they need a quarterback, and they'd like a veteran. Could that be Aaron Rodgers? Bleacher Report thinks so, as they have named the New York Giants as a top destination for Aaron Rodgers. My question to you before we dive into today's show is, should the Giants, I can't believe we're doing this, sign Aaron Rodgers in NFL free agency? S for sign, P for pass. Welcome into New York Giants Now by Chat Sports. I am your host, Marshall Green. Let's talk about it. As Jay Glazer, the people's insider, the real insider, the most credible reporter, if you want to call him that, in the NFL, says Aaron Rodgers flew back to New Jersey last week to meet with the Jets about his future with the team, only to be told that the team was moving on from him. If that means that he will be a June 1 designation cut, that allows him to sign with any team in the league on March 12th if he decides to continue to play. This tells me, though, that Aaron Rodgers wants to continue to play. He didn't fly back to New Jersey to meet with the Jets to tell the Jets he didn't want to play, because that would have been already come out, and that would have been the feature of this report. This tells me Rodgers went back to New Jersey. He met with the Jets to tell them he wanted to come back, but he got hit with the little okey doke, and they told him, we don't want you back. The Rodgers contract is crazy, maybe the craziest contract I have ever seen. If the New York Jets do what Glazer said they are going to do, which is release him, they better do it post June 1. Because if you do it before June 1st, you take on a $49 million dead cap hit, and then you lose another $25 million in cap space. Most likely he will be a June 1 designation, because his 2026 dead cap would be $35 million, but only $14 million in 2025, and you would technically save $9.5 million this year. Look, it's not a great decision, it's not an easy decision, and it is ugly, especially for the salary cap. But the 41-year-old Rodgers sounds like his time as a New York Jet is over, and it sounds like he wants to continue to play. The question is now, should the New York Giants go out and sign him? I really felt like Aaron Rodgers this year, it was a tale of two seasons. The way they started the season, what were they, like 2-1 or 2-2 at the time? He had a really good game at the beginning of the season, and he was okay-ish, but he was really good in the final 9 games. Maybe that was because they were out of the playoffs, and there was a new head coach in there, and he got his boy Devontae Adams in there, but the completion percentage was up significantly in the last 9 games. He threw 4 more touchdowns compared to what he did in the first 8 games. Interceptions were sliced in half, and he was solid as well when it came to big-time throws and turnover-worthy plays. Look, the Giants are going to go out and be aggressive to find their next quarterback. Remember, free agency comes before the draft. The New York Giants cannot enter the NFL draft without a quarterback on their roster that they think and are comfortable with starting and winning football games, because there is no guarantee that Cam Ward and Shedeur Sanders are going to be there on the clock at number 3, which leads me to say, I know a lot of people have already said, Marshall, you are crazy. And yeah, I am crazy. But the Giants could do a hell of a lot worse than Aaron Rodgers. Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Russell Wilson? It's a tough question. Would you rather have Aaron Rodgers or Sam Darnold? I don't know. Rodgers might be the best option. Aaron Rodgers changing teams is crazy. Bleacher Report says this on connecting Rodgers and Big Blue. The Giants have the number 3 overall pick in the draft, but they're behind 2 teams, the Titans and Browns, that may take QBs. The Giants can wait to see how the draft order shakes out, or take a proactive approach to addressing the position during free agency. Also, Rodgers told reporters he would be open to mentoring a young QB. Thus, the Giants can sign him as the bridge gap signal caller and still take a passer with the number 3 overall pick to solidify their short and long-term plans at the position. Honestly, I've heard things that I hate more than that. The Giants have to be comfortable with the quarterback they sign in NFL free agency to be their week 1 starter and possibly play the entire season. Because again, there is no guarantee when the Giants are on the clock that Ward and or Sanders will be available. Do you want Aaron Rodgers or do you want Zach Wilson? Do you want Aaron Rodgers or do you want Jameis Winston? Do you want Aaron Rodgers or do you want Carson Wentz? Look, there's a lot of baggage with Aaron Rodgers. There is no doubt about that. But that quote that Bleacher Report had, where it said Rodgers has let people know he is willing to be a mentor, I believe him. Because this is a guy that was drafted by the Green Bay Packers that had to learn under Brett Favre when Brett Favre hated him, when Brett Favre did not talk to him. And he went through that firsthand experience of having a legendary quarterback still be in the building when you feel like as a young buck your time is coming and the relationship is awful. Look, I'm not saying do whatever it takes to sign Aaron Rodgers, but I'm also saying that it shouldn't just be a nothing burger. It shouldn't be a non-conversation. And I think if you were to power rank the free agent quarterback options for the Giants, if Rodgers is cut, he's closer to the top than he is the bottom. I got more thoughts on this coming up in a second, but first make sure you are subscribed to the channel. The NFL offseason is here. Regular season's over, and it's only going to get spicier and spicier with the New York Football Giants, and I don't want you to miss a thing. So subscribe, turn on notifications so you're locked in. With Aaron Rodgers set to be a free agent quarterback, I thought it would be a good idea to take a look at the other top free agent quarterbacks. That way we can really decide if Rodgers is the right or the wrong option for this team. That's around the corner. First, though, I got to give a major shout out to a returning sponsor on today's show, and that is Factor Meals. We're running a promotion on our Knicks channel, but I wanted the Giants now, real ones, to get involved. Go to factormeals.com/KnicksChat, 50 off, and get 50% off your first order. Are you ready to optimize your nutrition this year? Factor has chef-made gourmet meals that make eating well easy. They are dietitian approved and ready to heat in 2 minutes so you can fuel right and feel great no matter what life throws at you. Factor arrives fresh and fully prepared, perfect for any active, busy lifestyle. You can lose up to 8 pounds in 8 weeks with Factor Keto meals based on a randomized controlled clinical trial with Factor Keto. Results will vary depending on diet and exercise. With 40 options across 8 dietary preferences on the menu each week, it's easy to pick meals tailored to your goals. Choose from preferences like Calorie Smart, Protein Plus, or Keto. Factor can help you feel your best all day long with wholesome smoothies, breakfast, grab-and-go snacks, and more add-ons. Reach your goals this year with ingredients you can trust and convenience that can't be beat. I'm an active person. I am super busy, and Factor makes my life that much easier. That way I have ready-to-go meals that are fresh and healthy. Eat smart with Factor. Get started at factormeals.com/KnicksChat50 off and use code KnicksChat50 off to get 50% off your first box plus free shipping. That's code KnicksChat50 off at factormeals.com/KnicksChat50 off to get 50% off free shipping. Get 50% off plus free shipping on your first box today. All righty. Top free agent quarterbacks for the New York Football Giants. The Giants have to sign a quarterback. You cannot go into the NFL draft with the only guy on the roster being Tommy DeVito. So let's talk about the other top free agent quarterbacks outside of Aaron Rodgers. And probably the guy that's been already connected the most to the New York Football Giants is Russell Wilson. At the age of 36, Wilson kind of in a similar spot as Aaron Rodgers. Going to be looking for a new team, going to try to be that bridge for that guy, play him for a year. Can he be a veteran and a mentor to a rookie? And then could he pass on the sticks? Also, Justin Fields of the Pittsburgh Steelers. He is going to be a free agent quarterback as well. And it sounds like, according to Jay Glazer, there's a chance that Fields could be out of Pittsburgh as well. Also, we did a video earlier in the week that we told you guys about where Jay Glazer said Russell Wilson will not be returning. So if the Giants want a low-risk, high-reward quarterback that was once a first-round pick, maybe you can go and ink a deal with the 25-year-old Justin Fields. If you want a guy that, when you factor in age and stuff he has done on the field, 14-win Sam Darnold from the Minnesota Vikings could be an option. He was great for Minnesota, threw 35 touchdowns, led them to 14 wins. I know they lost the last 2 games of the season. I'm going to trust the sample size before that. I think if you put good players around him and you give an offensive line, he could succeed. Question is, do the Giants want to get into the business of paying really a guy that I think is proven, but an unproven quarterback, another huge money contract like they did with Daniel Jones? Do Joe Shane and Brian Dable want to write their careers to Sam Darnold? I don't know. Jameis Winston has already come out and said he would love to play for the New York Giants. Talked about Dable being a really good guy. He was all over Radio Row talking about where he's going to go play next year. I like the idea of Jameis. as a backup. I only want to add Jameis Winston if I know for sure he's QB2, which would mean we're signing someone else, or you're going out and getting one of those rookie quarterbacks, and that is not guaranteed. Jameis is going to throw 30 touchdowns. He's also going to throw 30 picks. It'll be fun. It'll be exciting, and then it'll be upsetting when he throws it to the other team. I do know he'll be able to get neighbors the football. Zach Wilson, could he be this year's Sam Darnold of last year? First-round pick, played for the Jets. He stunk, Jets stunk. Went to a new team, went to QB rehab, spent time with Sean Payton in Denver for a year. You saw Sam Darnold spend time with Shanahan in San Francisco for a year. Could he be that next quarterback that takes another step? Maybe. I don't know. Mac Jones, another first-round quarterback that's actually had success in this league before, led a team to the playoffs, somehow got voted into the Pro Bowl. I don't know if that means anything, but Mac Jones actually has a connection with Brian Dable. He was at Alabama when Dable was there for a year. He wasn't the quarterback when Dable called the plays, but they obviously have a relationship, and Dable has spoke highly about Jones before in the NFL. Maybe this could be a guy that could be a QB2 or a bridge down the line. Marcus Mariota, you were the backup for Washington. You were the veteran, and you were the mentor for the young guy like Jaden Daniels. Would he be interested in coming to the Giants and doing so with maybe a clearer pathway to start some football games? Maybe he'd be the starter week 1, week 2, and week 3. Then it gets passed on to Shedeur or Cam. I don't hate the idea of Marcus Mariota. Drew Lock, you were here last year. Did you do enough to show Dable and Shane that you could at least be that QB2 or bridge quarterback? I'm going to say no, because they played Tommy DeVito over you. You still can't believe that happened. Mason Rudolph, not interested. Like Jimmy Garoppolo, not interested. Andy Dalton, you can be my QB3. You could be my mentor. You can be the guy that's inactive on game days. You can be on the whiteboard helping these young bucks out. I don't know. We just ran through all the top guys. Are you really more confident in any of those guys than Aaron Rodgers? I know it's not discount double check of old, but I was solid this year for the Jets, and he got better and better as the season went on. Another year recovered from that Achilles injury, and could another chip be added on his shoulder to where the Jets said no? And could he go to their crosstown team and play for the New York Giants? I don't hate it. Question is, I'm not sure if I love it. Name a franchise. Hopefully you find a franchise quarterback. Name a free agent quarterback you want the Giants to sign. And make sure you are following me on social media. I'm on Twitter, IG, @MarshallGreen_. Hit me up, and let's go Big Blue.